Actually, it's the performance is definitely very good. Looking at tactically the way we play, the pressing, the organization, indeed it's good. All the time we have a system that we played. This is what we wanted to see how well we understand it. Going into the game is not the result that we wanted. Knowing that we have been preparing and we select the best players. But again, as I can say, we've identified players who should put up a respectable performance first. That is the most important thing, and we need a result. And unfortunately, we didn't have the result that we wanted.
Scoring 4 goals in the last test game and being unable to score today, what didn't click for your team?
Well, actually, you can see that the whole team has been changed because we have about 34 players. So we want to give chance to all of them before we make our final selection. That's why we decided to change the whole team and bring in others, because I feel it wouldn't be fair without giving them the chance. Because at the training, we have seen them at the training ground. So we want to see them in a competitive game, which warrant us to give them each and everyone the chance to play at least 45 minutes to be able to make our assessment and make the final selection. Because from today by Monday we'll come up with the final selection. So there is nothing like an excuse, because everyone has been given a chance to prove himself. So we've seen enough of them. Then now we'll make a decision.
In the final third, it has not been coming. What do you think led to that?
Lack of patience. This is what we always say. I mean, we've been working on departmental trainings, and this is what we expected. When we start the build-up from the defense to the midfield, at the attacking third is a scoring zone. The final passes has to be good, and we had a couple of chances that we could have capitalized on and win the game, but unfortunately we didn't take them. But again, this gives us an idea of what to work on before the competition. That is why test games are very important. We know our strengths and weaknesses and try to improve what needs to be improved before the final competition. So a lot has been learned from this game, and we know we have to improve also. When we come, the subsequent training will work on the attacking third, also try to improve more on the defensive side, because the goal we considered could have been avoided. Indeed, the approach was very good because they started playing behind the ball, knowing that they're playing with the national team, they respect us. And again, when they score a goal, they use some delaying tactics. These are things that happen in normal football. So we have to learn from that. That's why we always tell them you don't have to concede first, because if you concede, it forces you to be in a haste to score, to look for an equalizer and look for a winning goal also. So it's a good strategy from the Dutch Lions. This is very important because in the selection we have to select 20 players. We have to go with 20 players with 8 officials. And now you look at those players who are vital, who can play 2-3 different positions. That would help you, because you cannot have 2 players in each position. So now we look at the versatile players who can play 2-3 different positions. That would help us to bring up a very good squad.
As you said in your previous interviews, Gambia is not a small team anymore, in as much as this under-20 is concerned. Playing against this Gambian Dutch Lions team that came with a tactics and sandbag and exploit every area that they need to close for the Gambia under-20 not to exploit, and use the pace that they have up front, which brought about their penalty. Does this fit the billing of the required tests that you've been looking for in the Gambia?
Yes, indeed. Because as you know, most of these players have not played international football. So definitely it's a good test for us. Because as I always tell them, sometimes people will be talking this, Mr. X is a good player, but there are certain requirements we look up to when it comes to this international football. Indeed, definitely it's a very good test that I think we record the game, and we'll have to sit and watch the game also again to know where to improve, and based on the individual players. As I said also, it's important that we give chance to each and everyone. Then that would give us a view of finalizing the team, because we've seen all of them. The first team played, they put up a respectable performance, score 4 goals. Today we lost, so we're able to blend from the first team to the second team. Then we come up with a stronger team.
Any other national test games lined up, and internationally as well?
Yeah, we expect to have another test game next week. Every week we'll try to have a test game before we leave the soil of the Gambia. Then also there is an arrangement from the federation. They are working on at least 3 friendly internationals before the actual competition. So at least we'll have a test before we go to the competition. That is very important.
Thank you, Coach, and wish you all the best.
You're most welcome. Thank you so much.